Hi guys, good morning. Let me unmute you.
Hey,
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. My heavens, you're up early. Wow.
Well, I'm always up early, so this is okay for me, but I know this is really early for a lot of other people. I think we're going to have a nice small group this morning.
Yay.
Yeah, so that'll be good. Everybody will get a chance to share their songs.
Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, I'm going off the list that's on the Facebook group. So I'll let you know right before it's your turn. So have your link ready.
Guys eating coffee, drinking
And I'm just gonna mute you guys so we can hear. Yeah, so just have your link ready to share, and then I'll just give you a little heads up. And if you want to look at that list, I'm just going off the list that's on the Facebook page. Great. I'm just gonna see Eric's joining us any second. I'm gonna make sure we're recording. Awesome. So Bev, you're gonna be first. Then Evan, Kaylee, Carrie, Frank, Darren, Christina,
Bev is going
Laura, Leslie, Lizzie. We'll go from there. Can't wait to hear your songs. Yes. So where are you guys all calling in from? Is it early for everybody?
No.
No.
Yes.
It's noon here.
Oh, well, you're good. That's about right. Yeah, good. Well, Eric just joined us. Eric's been up since 6. He's like already done his entire to-do list and his 6-mile run. So
Wow.
amazing. So I'm going to mute everybody and then just unmute you, Eric. So let's see, mute all. And then unmute you, Eric. And I'll just let you introduce yourself, Eric, and let them know, the people who haven't met you before, where you're from and your background in music and what you're doing now.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, everyone. Good morning. My name is Eric Kalver. I am a music supervisor, composer, arranger, drummer. I'm from Rhode Island originally. I've been in Los Angeles for almost 8 years, actually 8 years now. I currently work at a company called Music and Strategy, where we do music supervision for advertisements and branding. We work with brands like Miller Lite, Ford, Nest, lots of different brands, and we do the supervision for advertisements with ad agencies. So we work along with them to either clear music that they would like to hear, or we help them creatively in terms, if they don't know what they want, we help them find music. We also have a bunch of composers that we work with and compose original music for commercials. And I myself sometimes jump in on the composing, but yes, that's my day job, doing music supervision, nights and weekends. I'm just like you, I'm a composer. I gig weekly, do a lot of different things. And my previous experience, I've worked at Activision Games. I cleared all the music for the latest Guitar Hero game called Guitar Hero Live, which was over 500 songs. So
oh my gosh.
That's a lot of work to clear a lot of songs. So I can practically look at a song and just tell you where I think where the publishing is, where the label is, just
wow.
Experience. So this is pretty crazy. Before that, I did work as a creative for a small music publishing company, pitching music for film and TV. So I've kind of done the film and TV thing, the video game thing, the advertising thing, and I'm on your side as well as a composer. So it's interesting for me to, one, be a writer and, write what they ask for, and then be the person asking for something and seeing what people do that's either not correct, or, how can I speak as a person translating what someone who doesn't know music means, because when they say something, it doesn't always mean what they say. So it's kind of a motto that our company goes by, is like, just do what they want to hear. Don't just do exactly what they say to hear. Do what they will like, So that's my background, and I'm excited to hear your music and give any feedback. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. And you're so generous with your time. So thank you for joining us. It's early morning. And we know that you've joined us once before. So you're just incredibly generous with your feedback. And because you have so much of a well-rounded background coming from all angles, your feedback is just so priceless. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So we have 20 people on the list, but it's early. So we may have some people that didn't show.
Okay.
And it's just about minute for a minute, giving feedback for a few minutes. And we went over the audio sharing, and then we're going to start with Bev. So do you see her link there at the very top of the chat? I don't know if it shows.
I don't.
Okay, I'll just copy and paste it into the bottom. Okay,
cool. I joined, and then I had to close again because I needed to give my dogs treats so they wouldn't be yapping. So
you have more than one dog? I thought you just had one.
Oh, I have 2 dogs.
Oh, 2.
Yeah. Yes.
Cute.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
so let me make sure. Oh, sorry, what was that?
This is Bev's song, so I'll unmute her as well. So she
Bev, okay.
Hi, Eric. Thanks very much.
Hi, Bev. No problem. How are you?
Oh, great, thank you. Yeah.
There you are. Okay. Wanted to make sure I saw who I was talking to. Okay. So, do be do. Okay. May I ask real quick before I listen, what was this written for? Is this an original song for yourself, or is this for something?
Well, I wrote it specifically for Sync.
Okay.
For something light and boppy, a little bit quirky. So, for advertisements on for brand advertising more so than TV or a film.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's take a listen.
Sometimes I don't wanna go, just wanna say no. Don't wanna walk out that door, wanna stay with my head in the sand. Do nothing I plan, become invisible. Doobie 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 doo. Then I hear a voice inside my head, ringing so loud it could wake the dead, calling me, get out and see your world outside. HTTP, bumblebees, blue skies, dogs and fleas, big yellow moon made out of cheese, calling me.
Cool. I just want to check something real quick. Let me just make sure my speaker. Let me just hear.
Get out and
Okay, my headphones were muting it. It sounded very muffled. I was.
see this great big world for you and
Production-wise, it sounds great. I think it's very crisp and clean. For me, I'm trying to hear the lyrics. Can you tell me what the lyrics are about?
They're about all the things. First of all, it was about a person who doesn't want to go anywhere. They're really kind of in a rut, and then all of a sudden, and they're online all the time, and they're in the house, and then I thought, there's so much to see in the world. Why don't I just get out and enjoy it all? Then I saw bumblebees, blue skies, dogs with fleas, big yellow moons made out of cheese, all these little kind of quirky things to make it kind of, I don't know, just different and something that an advertiser might like.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like the feel of it overall. Instrumentally, like it's a composition, it sounds great. The only thing with lyrics is it really depends on the product. It depends on, because having specific lyrics like that, they may not want that specifically. A lot of commercials that we deal with are really, with some of this style of music, it's more of just background. So the lyrics may not necessarily matter. The instrumental, instrumental might be the focus for this one.
Okay.
Lyrically, I think, it's a cool idea, and I get what you're saying. I just don't know who would use those lyrics at this time. That kind of thing that you're doing of like a story with the lyrics is a little bit, I don't want to say like 5 years ago type of thing, but I'd say within the past few years, it's kind of gone away and gone more to the instrumental thing. It's because that's almost jingle-like in a way.
where
Yeah.
the jingle thing isn't happening as much as it used to. But I will say for like kids commercials on Nickelodeon or Disney, sure, jingles are still a thing. They may
Okay.
have to recompose the lyrics. Another thing to keep in mind with this track, let me just listen to it for 2 more seconds.
Sometimes
There's, since 2012 with the Lumineers, there's been the acoustic ho hey claps
I know.
and snaps thing. Some people, when they request this type of music, they say no snaps, no claps. Like sometimes they want versions without it. So just make sure you have versions available without those,
Okay.
just in case. So that way, if they say, hey, can you send us this without the snaps and claps, you don't have to go back to your session, mute
Yeah.
the snaps, rebounce it, you know? I think the most important thing to lots of people, if you hear elements of your music that you think people might be not bothered by, but just may not want, make multiple versions just in case. So like if you wrote this song, make an acoustic guitar only version, make a full version, make one without snaps, without claps. That way you just are always ready. You
Okay.
never, and just to have stems available in general.
I had the stems, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why not do them the extra favor of making a mix without the snaps?
Okay. Without snaps. Perfect.
But great. Sounds really good.
Thanks very much, Eric. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Bye now.
That's great advice for everybody to take into consideration, to have the different mixes. That's great.
Yeah.
So then we have Evan.
Okay.
If you can grab the chat there.
How do I get to the chat? Let's see.
You can, I think if you go up to view options, it might show you the chat. Oh,
there.
if you exit full screen, I can see the chat. And
Oh, there it is. Okay. So who are we next? Evan or Kaylee?
Evan, yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, Evan, how's it going? I don't know if I can hear Evan. Do you have to unmute Evan?
He was there before. There he is. He's muted. He's muted.
I got
Thank
him.
you.
There we go. Hey,
Thanks,
Evan.
Son. Thanks, sir.
Hey,
Thanks, sir.
Hey, Evan, where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Washington, D.C. this morning.
Nice.
A nice sunny day in the capital.
Yeah.
ooh,
All right. For so long, I waited for you. Let me ask, what is this song geared to?
I would say it's sort of tried to be a love song without being too direct, so that it could also be about an object or something that you've been waiting for, as much as a person. And I'd say at about 1:15, the song changes up a bit for the bridge. So if you could listen through there, I'd appreciate that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's start from the top.
For so long, I waited for my dreams to come true. For so long, I waited for a glimpse of you. Wherever I went, my eyes looked out for you, searching and waiting and hungering for you. For so long, I waited here. I slipped and stumbled for so long.
Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. There was a phone going off.
Oh, no problem.
I waited till I could reach out and touch you. Wherever I went, my eyes looked out for you, searching and waiting and hungering for you. There you were, across.
All right. Let me ask you that. Is this you singing?
No, I wish.
Okay. The guy kind of sounds like Matt Bellamy from Muse. He's got a.
He does that, and then also Turin breaks a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now,
I wish it was me.
when we get to that bridge, it really changes it
Yes.
a little drastically, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, if anything, I'd say the first minute is, I could be wrong, but like it just seems like a lot of the same for a while, which is fine. Like I understand that style has to keep moving and stuff like that.
Right.
But that bridge is kind of a very drastic change.
Okay.
That it goes into like 2000s rock a little bit, which unfortunately, and I'm a huge fan of that style, unfortunately isn't as popular right now.
Right.
So I would stick with staying with the same style you have for the first minute.
Okay.
And I can see this song in like, for so long I've waited for, I mean, the title's great. I mean, that goes to any product, no question. Because of the style, I wouldn't say it was for like a shaving product, but I would say it's
Are you saying I need to shave?
Yeah. I'd say it's more for like, I'd say feminine products in terms of like shampoo or perfume or like, not to like judge that that's what it is, but you know what I mean? Like it's a softer sound.
Yeah.
Maybe it would also work for food as
Mhm.
well. You know, I think in general it's good. I would just change up that bridge to be, make it a guitar solo, make it like an acoustic guitar solo, keep it in that brush 16th thing,
Right.
you know, as opposed to
I've been with you.
stay there. Don't go
Okay.
Wonderwall. Just
Yeah.
'cause
That's that's exactly where it went.
yeah. Just fine. Don't get me wrong. I like that style. But unfortunately in 2017, the Foo Fighters are the only band that are left over that rock out.
Yeah.
But cool. Thanks, man. Sounds great.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
You don't have to actually exit out of the whole share screen. If you if you exit full screen, you can see the chat. So you could just do that and not have to go back and forth. You see that?
Is that working? Am I doing that?
Oh, I don't know. I thought that you stopped share and then had to share again.
Yeah, that's what I did at first. And now I'm leaving it as a share.
Yeah, so that way you don't have to go back.
Cool.
So Kaylee is next.
Awesome.
And then Carrie, you're after. So have your link ready.
There's Kaylee. Hey, Kaylee. I don't know if I can see Kaylee.
I'm not sure if she's...
Hello.
Is that Kaylee? Did you just speak?
Yes.
Okay.
You keep speaking, you'll show up.
Hey. Hello, hello.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Great.
Kaylee, where are you coming from?
Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada.
Nice.
Yeah.
La La Land. You know there's a movie.
I do know, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so what is this song for?
Like what is it about, or what do I think?
What would you say this song could be used in? Film, television, advertising, video games?
I was thinking like maybe film, but I was also listening to some ads the last like month, and even some on MAS, and perhaps also for like Girls' Night on the Town, or selling like a feminine product as well. So
Cool. All right, let's take a listen.
Touchdown, it's in California. Angels, this is where I begun. Dreaming with a fantasy. Hear me, 'cause I'm in la 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 land, la 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 land, la 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 land, la la land.
question for you.
Yes.
How much longer does it stay in halftime? Is it halftime for most of the song?
Yeah, and then it kind of in the end, it like the beat drops and it kind of
Where is it when the beat drops?
I would say probably around 2:40.
Okay, let me just see what that sounds like. So, the halftime thing, I am a huge lover of halftime in general. But with the halftime beat, I kind of see that as more like people strutting down the street in slow motion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you kind of picture that, it's a cool feel. The only issue is if it's trying to be like a happening party, I don't think they're going to listen to a halftime groove. They're going to want it to be, you know what I mean? So I think the intro is, I want to say like 30 seconds. It takes a bit to get into the groove. I would maybe simplify that a bit. Because if we're going to picture, let's say we're putting this in a film or something, if they're going to listen to it from the beginning and like start it from the top, it's going to take 30 to 40 seconds to get into the groove. The whole scene of them maybe going out in the town may not take 30 or 40 seconds. You know what I mean? Totally. So you kind of want to think like, okay, if I was to watch this scene in a movie, what are we going to watch them do? We're not going to watch them put on eyeliner for 40 seconds. We're going to watch fast cuts of like getting the hair done, eyeliner, lipstick, blah, blah, blah. That's maybe 10 seconds. And it kind of builds into a crescendo. And then it goes into the groove where in the stereotypical shot of they walk down the street, slow motion, getting ready to go to the club or go to the party. You know what like there's always that teenage movie scene of the girls or the guys entering a party in slow motion because they think they're real cool. So you know what I mean? So when you think about that and you listen to this song, it's halftime for a long time. So maybe the beginning is halftime, but then there's that rise to the 4 on the floor. Okay. If you're gonna do that as as a film song, I would think more about the structure of the song in terms of like, if I was to see this on picture, what would they edit it to? You know, did someone just message? I want to see the notes. Can't they just cut it out, Eric? I don't know exactly what that means. I think if you mean, if they don't need the intro, I see what you mean. Yes, they could, but why not have the song already be structured for them? You know what I mean? If they need to chop it up to make it work, then, I mean, that's fine, but like, why not have it already be cinematic? Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because, if the music supervisor needs to listen to it first, it's not necessarily the editor that's going to be the one. Sometimes the editor does like put music to picture and they like that song and people have temp love and all that stuff. But I think you should already think, if you're writing this song specifically for film, structure it as a film song. If you're writing it as a single, that's different. It's a totally different way of thinking. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Overall production sounds really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, Frank, you're next. So if you could drop your link in there. And then after Frank, it's going to be Darren.
Okay.
Hey, did you get my link show up?
I haven't seen it.
I don't see it.
I keep sending it. Oh boy. So I'm doing where it says send to everyone.
Uh-huh.
And nothing's going. Well, that's a bummer.
There we got 3 of them. There we go.
I probably hit the wrong return.
Oh, you just laid it all out.
Hey, Eric, thank you so much for doing this. This is awesome.
No problem.
The information is just so valuable. So
awesome. Where are you coming from?
From Indianapolis, Indiana.
Nice.
Midwest.
Very cool.
Nice and hot around here today. So.
Oh, yeah.
Finally feels like fall today.
Bless you.
Yes. It was cold. Bless you.
Thank you.
It was 51 when I was running this morning at 6.
Oh, wow.
That's cold.
Yeah.
Cold for LA. All right. Frank, just to be sure. Okay, you put the same like 3 times because we weren't sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Okay. I'm assuming I know what this song could be about based on your description, but you tell me, what is this song for?
Yeah, so originally this was an instrumental, and then getting in this group was like, I guess there's a lot of talk. Having the lyric can help get the song maybe listened to or give a feel for it, and then as you're listening, you can go, oh, well, here, I can strip out the vocal here, just use the chorus or whatever. So I've been writing a long time, but really just now trying to purposely do some music for sync.
Okay.
This is really kind of the first one with vocals for that idea.
And this is NASCAR in mind. That's what it says. But I think it
Yes.
could work with a party scene, shopping, any type of anticipation. Instrumental, stem version available. Okay, real quick before we listen. When you say 200% license owner, are you a BMI writer?
No, I'm ASCAP.
ASCAP, okay. So some people, depending on ASCAP or BMI, they view it differently. They view the publishing as 50% and the master is 50%, or they view it as 100% the master.
Yeah.
Just say 100% license owner. It'll be
Okay.
easy for everyone.
And that covers it. Okay.
100 versus 200.
Yeah, 200 confuses me, but I'm not sure why I got out that we should do that. But
So yeah,
I'll
that's
go
the
to
thing.
100.
That's the other thing too. If it confuses you, then why would you put it up there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like selling a product and you say, oh, it's great for, losing weight.
I want you to buy it twice.
Yeah.
200 times.
Cool. All right, let's take a listen.
One, two, ready, let's go! Countdown started, but there's a bunch of fun and run we're gonna do tonight. Temperatures rising on the street where we meet with the night twilight. We're both to a empty, just a thrill and a chill to receive the sunlight. Let's keep the wheels rolling, strike the beat, hit the street, get this party going, yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. City lights are glowing, all the signs are showing. Something good's around the bend. Got to keep on rolling, got to keep on going, where the good times never end. Come on now, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go now. Countdown started.
Cool. You did what I was about to ask you to do, in a way. So the whole let's go breakdown section,
Yeah.
that's cool. I like that. I think you should open with something like that.
Okay.
Let me listen
It's
to
pretty short.
There's a bunch of fun and run we're gonna do tonight.
Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. I would open with let's go thing, but maybe like a whisper that
Okay.
goes into a yell, something like that.
Yeah.
Because the first 2 sections before your let's go are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I think to build the arrangement a little more, if you think of it in like a commercial cutting way of like, your drums thing is cool at the beginning. I'd even go a little bit more minimal with the drums, maybe just floor tom and kick, just like, and then bring in the snare. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would just build it a little more so it doesn't sound the same, like verse twice. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my camera's over here, but
I get it.
I'm looking at you. It's just weird.
Yeah. What I was going to ask you, what instruments in that are MIDI?
Pretty much everything.
Everything? Okay. Drums sound pretty good. What kind of drums are you using?
Gosh, on that one might have been drum core. I'm a Logic user, so I use a lot of the stock things out of Logic too.
Okay, I would just, it sounds pretty good for Logic, I have to admit, because sometimes they're not the greatest sounds.
Right.
Drums, I would check into companies like I Want That Drum Sound. I think that's what it's called. Let me make sure.
I Want That Drum Sound.
I Want That Sound.com. I Want That Sound.com has really good drum samples at affordable prices. I would check those out. They have some good drum sets that I would definitely check out. You can use in Logic through Contact or Battery or anything like that. And Contact Player is a free download, so you won't have any issues having to pay for Contact necessarily. Check into that. Your bass, is that a stock sound from Logic?
It's out of one of the software synths. It might be Contact or...
The only thing I'd say is the more you can stay away from Logic stock sounds, the better.
Okay.
Because people will recognize it.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to make sure they're not like, oh, it sounds MIDI. Because I didn't automatically think that everything sounded MIDI, but the bass stuck out for me.
Good.
The bass was a little MIDI. The guitar, was that real or MIDI?
No, that, you know, I honestly don't remember where I got that from. That might be out of a Stylus RMX add-on.
As in you played it in MIDI or is it loop?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, well,
I really don't remember on that one.
That's a big deal because you have to remember that because if that is a loop and let's say for some reason you don't have the right to use that loop, you don't remember, you may come into some issues.
All of a sudden you're, okay. Because pretty much any library sounds I've purchased, they always say, you know, unless you're trying to sell that sound by itself, but in production, the writer has all of the...
Just to protect yourself, if some producer just for some reason says, hey, do you have the right to use that? You just want to know where everything comes from, you know? Otherwise, sounds really good. I just swap out some of those MIDI sounds. You'll see, especially with I Want That Sound, and watch out for the bass. Do you have any bass player friends you could use to play on?
Not easily available, not readily.
Okay.
There may be some in the group. I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably tons in the group for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. You could always do some swaps. Be like, hey, can you play bass for me? I'll do this for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, sounds good. Just think about building the arrangement a little bit.
Sure, absolutely. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Great. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so Christina, if you can post, and also guys, watch the chat because I'm saying like who's going to be posting their link next. So there's Christina, and then after that it'll be Lizzie.
Cool. Sorry,
unless Leslie and Dora and Leslie, I don't see that are here, but if you're here, let me know.
Okay, sorry guys. Okay, Christina. Okay, is Christina here?
Yeah, let me unmute her. Hey, Christina, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi, Sonnet.
Hi, here you are.
Hi, Christina.
Yeah. Hi.
Where are you coming from today?
Seattle.
Nice.
What's the weather like today over there? Looks like some sunshine.
It sounds like, well, actually, it sounds kind of like 51-ish, kind of maybe similar to LA. Well, not really. We've got clouds always.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, you're in my lyric. There we are.
Yes, I am. Let me get the audio up. It's good that you included lyrics. That's cool. I mean, just for this, I'd say it's good. Let's take a look at A Piece of Sky. Tell me what you think a piece of sky would be good for.
I would love to have my stuff placed on eco commercials or anything outdoors.
Cool.
And I will say, like, right now I've started to write for sync. And so you're getting stuff that was pre-sync intentioned, but I still think it could work.
Pre-sync intention.
But maybe not. You can tell me.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's take a listen.
A piece of sky, a chunk of
pause it for a second. So yes, this is definitely a pre-sync song. In terms of this, it's the chorus. Well, so your lyrics, it's those 3 lines said twice, right? And we're 57 seconds in. So we haven't gotten, and that's okay. This is pre-sync. We're talking pre-sync.
Tell
right?
it.
Okay.
We're talking pre-sync. Yeah.
Pre-sync. Also, you got some samba grooves going on. You got a very busy drum groove. Now tell me, did you, are those recorded live or did you program those in?
Live.
Live, awesome. Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
So what I think so far.
Yeah, there's no way I would have programmed drums.
Yeah, that's okay. So let me.
Wow, you're breaking up.
Okay, you were breaking up for a second.
I think, yeah, it might be on your end because you're kind of breaking up.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No one move.
Okay, stay still.
Okay, yeah. All right, let me look at the lyrics real quick. Cool. So just looking at the lyrics and a couple of words coming out to me, this is a song for you. This isn't a sync song necessarily because this is, you don't want to sync a song where the lyrics is I'm frustrated and just nothing to show.
I feel like people never make it to the verses for sync, but that's probably not fair. Is that correct?
That's good. Right. Well, I mean, there are a lot of mixes for ads or what's called a TV mix. Have you heard of a TV mix before? It's what it means is basically the verses are instrumental and the only thing on the mix that you hear vocally is the chorus.
That was my dog and I apologize.
That's okay.
The thing that would be useful for me to know, because this is like, got it. This is not going to be something that I'm going to send to Music Soups. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the mixes that are needed, stem mixes and then instrumental mixes, is that pretty much what you would want? Not for this, but in general?
In general, I'd say, how do I put this? 3 mixes, 3 main mixes.
Okay.
The regular full mix of your song.
Right.
The instrumental, so no vocals, just instrumental. Right. And then the third one is the TV mix, where the only vocals we want to hear are the chorus, no verses.
Okay.
I would say to be safe, when I say no vocals, take out the background vocals as well.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Those are the 3 main mixes I'd say are important when presenting a song.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So with this song, just real quick, this is your song. I'm not going to touch this because this is all you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything because this is what you wanted to write. If you want to write sync music regarding eco-friendly products, you want to get to things sooner because we don't want that chorus to be a minute long.
Okay.
With those, we want to, and you want to make the lyrics generic.
Yeah, and that's been my world change this summer anyway. Okay.
So think of the most generic lines about saving the world.
Really?
We can do this together.
And that's what you're going with that theme for eco.
I mean, that's just one example.
Yes.
We can do this together. Let's pick it up. As in, let's pick up the trash. I don't know. Just, I'm just spitballing. I'm not even a lyric writer. I'm just saying, like, you throw those things out there of like, this is where I'm going to start to make a song about saving the world or, cleaning the ocean or stuff like that. And then from there, you're going to build your verses as generic as possible. When you get to the chorus, the chorus is going to be that line of the song. Yeah, go for it.
Do you have, so when you're talking about get there and you're actually timing, I'm assuming that's actually a thing with visuals. So does it need to be kind of get in, get out within the first 30?
I'd say, I'll put it to you this way. When I listen to music and I need to like go through songs fast, keep in mind we all have deadlines as music supervisors. We don't have all the time in the world to listen to every song. We pretty much listen to the beginning and then just jump to the middle to make sure it sounds good. Make sure the chorus sounds great or the title, because the chorus is going to be one of the main parts. You're right. The verse isn't necessarily the most important part, but we want to make sure it gets there soon. Because if I just start playing it I don't hear anything going on within like 10 to 20 seconds, I'm moving on.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to check a quick note. Jody says couldn't present instrumental only, in addition to they can pull all vocals off. I'm not necessarily sure what that means. I'll just reiterate again. So the full mix is just your regular song. The instrumental mix is your instrumental of the song with no backgrounds or lead vocals. And the TV mix is only vocals and backgrounds in the chorus, nothing in the verses. I wouldn't even say the bridge.
So to clarify, like when they are pitching their songs to music supervisors, if they were to send you a song, would they, I mean, you just send the full mix and then just let them know that you have these other things, or are you saying you want all three? You don't need all three. Okay, yeah. So that maybe was her, you just don't need to send all three in the first email.
It's up to you how you want to present it. I don't think there's anything wrong with either. Saying that you have them or presenting all three. You know, when a lot of major labels send us like the new Killers album that came yesterday, they included both the full mix and the instrumental. Okay. They don't send a TV mix. I'd say have a TV mix as a composer yourself. You should just have it. But in general, I think presenting the vocal and the instrumental is good.
Thank you. Great. So Lizzie, you are next, and her link is up a little bit up there.
Cool.
And then Lizzie,
thanks, Christina. Thanks for sharing. It sounded good.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah. After Lizzie, I have Brianna and Clay, but I don't see them on here. So I think Rachel, are you on here? Rachel, you're next, unless anybody else is on here. So Rachel, have your link ready. Ready. I'm going to unmute Lizzie.
Hey, Lizzie.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there's your link. Bring them home. Filled in mind. Action sequence. Cool. How's it going, Lizzie?
Awesome. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Yeah, no problem. Where are you coming from?
Park City, Utah.
Awesome. I feel like I'm on a radio station when I say, where are you coming from? Where are you calling today?
Where are you calling in from today?
Park City.
I used to do radio with my dad when I was younger, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
I used to do his bumpers as like a 8-year-old. So I was, okay, bring them home radio edit. Lizzie, so you said film in mind, action sequence.
Yeah, it's got a really driving beat, really strong electric guitar, kind of the lyrics are there. They're kind of obscure enough that I feel like they could be melded into something that's slightly creepy or haunting, but also kind of exciting. And it has this almost kind of jungly beat. We also have a version that's like a 6-minute crazy percussive version of it as well. And it kind of gets right in there right away.
Got it. Cool. All right, let's take a listen. Okay, question before we move forward. Did you have Mission Impossible in mind or James Bond when you were writing this?
No, I didn't have anything specific or brand specific.
Okay, because the guitar sounds very much like the Mission Impossible theme, but not in 5. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, so I would just be careful with that line because it sounds a little too close to Mission Impossible.
Interesting. The melody and the guitar melody was written before we even added that. So
interesting. Okay, let's keep listening.
Hold
question for you.
Yeah.
This progression, does it change?
It has, so we have another verse chorus, and after the second chorus, there's a little bit more of a breakdown. So 2/3 of the way, it gets into this cool, different section that, so I can kind of, I don't know the exact timestamp, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward. Let me just see.
Okay. So right after the first one.
Sorry, one more time.
So after this guitar solo, which is actually slightly different than the first one, that's when the section breakdown. So maybe like 10 seconds more.
Okay, let's see.
Bring them home.
So it sounds like the progression is pretty much the same throughout most of it, right? The da-na-na-na-na-na, that part, right?
Yeah, it just builds off of that and then has that small little section there.
I would, so it's on the root the whole time pretty much, right?
Sorry, could you say that again?
It's on the root chord for most of it.
Yeah,
Like,
it resolves back to that, yeah.
so I would have it change up a little bit in the chorus because it starts to feel like the same thing over, like maybe go into the 4, 5, 1, you know, like have it go to that to S, or like have the chorus ride out on that 4, you know, like, because it should escalate to somewhere, you know, because think about the action scene. If we're here on the route for most of the time and there's a change where like maybe the bad guy is succeeding and the good guy is not, but then the good guy comes back, then you rise up the chord to the 4, you know what I mean? Just think about like, if you're scoring this to a scene, it needs to rise and fall. Someone needs to be succeeding, someone needs to be failing. So like the route's kind of like the chase. But if the good guy is winning, it goes up to the 4, or then maybe if the bad guy is winning, then it goes to like, you know, a flat 2, you know, to the rod, you know. So not that you have to exactly score it to a scene, but the point is they need to be hearing how this song is going to score to the scene, you know, because
the options, yeah, I get it.
So I would play around with that a little bit. I think the feel is cool. I think, let me just listen to one more thing I want to remind myself.
I of the night and the dark.
Maybe throw in a little bit of a backbeat when you rise up to the 4 or something, because it's right now it's just on floor tom and, you know, kick drum. It's kind of like dun, 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 dun. Maybe like when we rise up to something, you bring in the snare on 2 and 4. Da 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 da.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, and just maybe play around with that bass line. To me, it just sounded like Mission Impossible immediately.
It's funny, the bass was added last. So maybe that's what our bassist was thinking when he heard it. So
maybe, yeah. In general, I think this song could work for scenes. I think like an indie film with maybe like not even an action scene. Just think of some drama. Think of like a kid running away from a bully, or, you know, a guy who fights with another guy who's fighting over a girl. You know, it works for that kind of stuff. And the thing is, it could also be comedic in the sense that if it's 2 guys just like they're too old to be just fighting, you know,
totally
wrestling each other.
Yeah,
it's a piece of music that works for that. It's like, this is ridiculous. This is like, why are they fighting? And this song works for it. But have it escalate, and that's what's going to help with the comedy of it. If it's going to be used for a scene like that, if it goes up to the 4, it kind of makes it feel almost westerny. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I would just play around more with the chords as opposed to just keeping on the root.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds great.
Your feedback is so in depth and so helpful, Eric. Like really giving straight, no BS feedback that's really hits from all angles. It's great.
Everyone sounds great. just little tweaks here and there always help. You just never know.
Yeah, and that's what is so special. Yeah. Okay, I think, let's see. Rachel is there, and then I just want to see Ben. I don't see Manny. I don't see Olivia. I don't see. So Avila, you'll be next. Avila.
Excuse me. Okay, Rachel. How's it going, Rachel?
She muted. You find her. Unmute. Okay, she's there.
Hey, Rachel.
Can we hear you? Rachel? She's there.
You guys hear me now?
There
Yeah,
you go.
we can hear you. Great.
Okay,
Hey, Rachel.
sorry. It was my headphones.
No worries. Hi, Rachel. Where are you calling from today?
I am calling from Pennsylvania, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Scranton. I bet you hear about The Office every single day.
Just too much. Yeah.
Got it.
There are other things in Scranton. The Office is really just like, that much of our fame, I would say.
Yeah. Isn't our previous vice president from Scranton?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Cool. All right, Shades. Ethereal indie vibe geared for TV or film. Cool. What is Shades about?
I would say it's kind of about new beginnings. It's not, I wouldn't say that it's overtly about new beginnings, like saying, hey, new beginnings, but that's really what it's talking about, is kind of just moving on from something, and in a cool way. Yeah,
Cool.
with your shades.
Cool. All right, let's listen. Go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
No, I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, I'm just fast forwarding a little bit, just to,
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you: is it like this the entire time? Does it change?
It does have a slow build towards the end, kind of, but I haven't really put any drums into it yet or anything, so I was going to try and do the build with the drum beat.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just like the guitar bass. So.
Mhm. And what's that whooshy thing?
That's me doing the chords on the guitar, but with a chorus plug-in. So it's
Cool.
I kind of wanted it to be a little bit spacey, like maybe like an air vibe. So,
Mhm. So the thing is, let me just listen to it again. Hold on one sec. There's one spot. Okay, here's what I would do with this song. I would build it a lot more, because it seems to be the same thing in terms of the whooshy, the chorus thing you're doing with the guitar and the vocals and guitar. It seems like it's the same thing for maybe more than half of it.
yeah, actually it is. Yeah, because it's like the two verse, like the way I set up is like the two verses, and then it kind of goes into the second part.
Mhm.
But so, yeah, there's definitely not a build in the beginning.
So I would just start it raw from the top and then build in these elements. I kind of can hear this type of song in a CW show, kind of like a Riverdale or 90210 or that kind of thing. But
That's cool.
What it needs to do though is and remind me again, Shades about, it's like new beginnings in a way, but not like happy new beginnings. Is that what you're saying? Kind of like
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay. So if that's what it's about, I can definitely see it in a CW type show. But with those scenes, it needs to build, you know? Kind of like how there's that famous Ingrid Michaelson song for Grey's Anatomy. I don't know the show that well, but I know the scene where Sandra Oh gets left at the altar and they play that Ingrid Michaelson song that just builds and builds and builds. And this song needs to build. I would start it with maybe just acoustic guitar, no effects, have your raw vocal, and then slowly bring in these other elements. Have it get bigger and bigger. You want to start small and have it slowly get big. So by the time you get to the end, maybe the drums do come in later. Maybe they come in a minute and a half. Maybe it comes in a minute. That's fine. And editors can edit to those points to get closer. But why not slowly build this song? Because it seems like a cacophony in a good way, in that there's all these sounds happening, but why start it at the top? Let's slowly.
Okay.
You want people to be intrigued as to what's about to happen, not here it is.
Okay, yeah.
For a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Slightly change, like, okay, we're waiting for something else. You know what I mean? But good start. And then you'll get the drums and have the drums like just build. You know what I mean? If you have that kick drum and the floor toms, have it build to something.
Great. Awesome.
Cool.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
your
much,
call.
Eric.
Yeah, no problem.
That's such exciting feedback. That makes so much sense. That's great. It gives you so much to work with. That's awesome. Okay, is there anybody on the list that I've missed? Because there's a ton of people that are not here joining us this morning. So if you're on this list, I don't see anybody else in the chat. Oh, Avila, you're next. And then besides that. No? Okay, so Avila, and then I'll just take a couple of the people on the wait list that are added their names.
Cool. So, sorry, Avila is next?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me grab that. Hi, Avila. Is she there? Isabel.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Right. Yes,
pronounce
Avilia.
your name for me?
Sorry?
Can you pronounce your name?
Avilia.
Avilia. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Where are you coming from?
UK.
UK. Awesome. Okay, so this is Gotta Smile. Is this a sad song?
Got it.
What is your intention for this song? What do you want it to be in?
We were sort of looking at ads. We did it as a co-write, and it is, the idea was to try and get it towards sync, towards what we're trying to do. And so it's obviously a happy song. We're kind of thinking it could go for an awful lot of different types of ads, whether it's fizzy drinks or sort of sports gear or kids stuff or cereals or anything kind of neat and up and happy sort of vibe about it, really.
Cool. All right, let's take a listen.
I've got a feeling this won't let me go. Time to take life by the hand and say hello. Fizzy and sparkling like a firework this day. Nothing anyone can say will spoil this sunny day. Happy, happy day. Happy, happy day. Hear what I say. I'm happy, happy, yay. Screaming expected summer in my heart. Just like a painter, the word my word.
Cool. Couple of questions for you.
Yep.
The snaps are a little much, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'd say maybe switch it to sticks.
Okay.
And do snaps for the backbeat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The snaps are just a little much in the ears.
Sure.
They're panned very far to the right as well.
Okay.
Which is okay. That's fine. It just, because of that, I could hear it so clearly.
Right.
Like, that piano, where'd you get that piano from?
I was on the co-write. The guy that did the co-write with had it on, he was using GarageBand. So I think
can tell it was the GarageBand piano. I know that sound.
Okay.
I would get a different piano sound. It's a little too electronic. You can just hear when the note is pressed. It's like I would get a different piano sound. I would look into basically anything other than GarageBand.
Okay.
Logic. You can, for everyone out there, you can definitely tweak your Logic and GarageBand sounds to sound better, but those are just the standard. It's, I would rather you get something else like a contact piano or just something else that just sounds a little bit more real and not so electronic. The lyrics was something said about something fizzy. Is that what?
Yeah, we said fizzing and sparkling like a firework display.
Got it. Okay. Let me just listen a little bit more. The vocal mix seems a little bit in the back. I think there's like an echo or a reverb on it that kind of makes it quieter than it is. I think it should just come out. I think maybe that effect is a little too much on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, but I like the backgrounds and the chorus of the smile, how it's like echoey. That's cool. But I think it really needs to come out a little more. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. That's cool. I like that trumpet call.
Yeah.
Let me just do that one more time. So for the call and response, you have a light piano doing da 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 da. And maybe have everyone with the drums. Da 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 da. Make it bigger. Because we're here, and all of a sudden it's just a little ding 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 ding. And then from there to the end, it's a big party. Gotta smile, make it big. Overall, I think this song is written very well. I would just change up the arrangement of the snaps, maybe switch it to sticks and make them a little bit lighter, maybe not as busy. Fix the vocal mix a little bit and fix that call response.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Eric.
Yeah,
That's
no
absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so pointed and so easy to work with, like your feedback. It's amazing. I think that everybody can go home and do their homework and make their songs better because of the specific feedback that you're giving, which is so good.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're just gonna take maybe 3 to 5, depending on timing. What time? What's your timing look like?
9:30 is my cutoff.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I was thinking we would try to get you out before that. So,
cool. And even if we finish a little before 9:30, I'm also welcome to some questions.
Okay, yeah, that would be great.
By 9:30, yeah.
Okay, so the next link right there I just posted, that's from Gary.
Gary, awesome. How's it going, Gary?
Good. Hi. Thank you so much for being here. You're awesome.
Thank you. Where are you coming from?
Colorado.
Colorado. Awesome. All right. Okay, Rise featuring Wellington. What is this song about? What do you think it would be used for?
It was actually written for to pitch for a movie trailer.
Cool. Awesome. Let's check it out.
Rise to me, to me, to me, to me, to me. No man's an island, but this woman rules the sea. From where she's standing, she looks alive.
Real quick, that guitar in the back, is that a real guitar or a MIDI guitar?
The bass is real. The other guitar is MIDI.
Where is that a guitar? Is that a GarageBand one?
No.
Well, okay, cool. I'd be careful with the MIDI guitars. When you hear a MIDI guitar, you know it's a MIDI guitar. When you hear a real guitar, you know because of, when you hold out a note and you can just hear the vibrato of it, you can kind of pick it out when you hear it.
Okay, yeah, tear this one up because this is a demo. We haven't gone to mix or anything, so tear it up.
Great.
All right.
Like you to me. We've come too far to fall, and we want what's free for all, and silence she calls the weak to rise. Give me your tired, your poor, yearning to breathe free. The refuse of your shore send these homeless to me, your bride. Give me your tired, your poor, yearning to breathe free. The refuse of your shore send these homeless to me.
I'm gonna fast forward.
No man's an eye, truth. Give me your tire, your poor. We've come too far to me, you're right. You're tired, you're
It's a cool song. It's very cool.
Thank you.
I like it. I like the chorus. The thing I would say, it's got to build way more in general, because you have your choruses all sounding the same in terms of groove. I don't hear much of a change between them. And that's why I went from the first to the second to the last one to see where it goes.
How would you suggest that build happen?
So the way I would view it, you kind of need to view trailers as 3 different sections.
Right.
First section is what's going on. This is mysterious. I don't know what this movie is going to be, but I'm intrigued by how it's starting, visually and audio-wise. The second part is we're learning what's happening, and we're getting into it. We're driving a little bit more. By the time we get to the end of the trailer, it's when you see, of course, every spoiled action scene, big cinematic stuff. The music has to be loud and big, and then at the very end, it cuts off or it goes back to real quiet again, and you see, like, coming to theaters this summer, you see the credits. So you need to kind of build that as, like, small, a little bit bigger, the biggest it's ever going to be. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. There's a bridge in there that's like a super quiet spot. We made it nice and long. And then that last chorus, we were thinking about putting male vocals on here too, or a choir even, behind that last chorus. Would that help?
Maybe it's tough nowadays to tell what people like now, because ever since the early 2000s with the first Spider-Man movie, and they released that like orchestral hybrid track to the trailer, and then it started a trend for 12 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappeared a little bit, and it's not so much choir, big heavy stuff. It's more of dark covers of songs, and I write those too. I've written some for publishers, which if there's time, I may, Sana, if it's okay, I might show one of mine just to show how I build it at the end. But anyway, with this track, it's a demo. I get that. And I think it builds really well. I really like the chorus. I would start the song maybe on a single vocal and maybe have, maybe like, I'm just guessing, a low bass synth holding out the root. Don't worry about chord changes. Have the vocal guide us chord-wise. You know what I mean? Start with the vocal, slowly build it. You do your first chorus, not so much drums and dance percussion stuff, just build it. Bring in the second verse, bring in a little more of a groove. Second chorus has more of a groove. And then finally you get to the last chorus, it's boom,
Yeah.
boom. You see all the action scenes. But your track is 4 minutes and 11 seconds. No trailer is 4 minutes and 11 seconds. So let's say, for example, you're scoring this entire track, which may not be in the trailer the entire time. Maybe it'll be that big blasting chorus, may only be in the last minute or 30 seconds, but this song should be 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
3:30. Okay. They asked us to write this for the main, like the climax of the movie, the main scene, and so that's why we made it longer, because they asked for, you know, they were gonna like actually they gave us the description of what was happening.
So this is for in the movie, not the trailer?
Well, they said that they would also probably use it in the trailer or for credits at the end of the movie.
Okay. You could have a single version of the single, and you could have the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Maybe do 2 different versions.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
radio edit, if you will. Sarah Bareilles' Love Song has a very halftime slow bridge that they never play in the radio. They always play the radio version. It's very rare when they play the full, you know. For a trailer, think about it as 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I had that note. I gave a cover to a publisher, and they were like, I see it's like 3:45. Can you make it 3:30? I was like, sure, I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? So, and if we have time, I'll play one of my covers so you guys can hear how I build it and what I do for each section. You know what I mean? But
awesome.
Really cool. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Cool. Sana, are you there?
Sorry, I muted myself.
All right. So is this link you just sent the next person?
Yeah, that's going to be Jesse. Is
Jesse.
that right? Yeah.
Jesse Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay. Justin said, I have a question too.
Okay, yeah, I see. Did you have a question, Jesse?
Yeah, I just wanted to know, Eric, what would make you open an email from the subject line? Because that's pretty much all you see in your 2,000 emails you get a day. What's going to make you personally click on that and be like, yes, I'm going to open this?
That's a wonderful question. I don't know. I don't have a right answer for that because I have to be honest. So I get a lot of emails every day from major labels and publishers. And even regardless of whatever their subject is, usually, to be honest, it goes in my folder that says new music. Because in the middle of the day, I just don't always have time to listen. And
So
it's more,
if I go, Eric, free cookies, Eric, dinner on me.
personally, I love cookies, so sure, that might work. But tough to say. To be honest, like cold emailing is really hard.
It is.
It's very hard. It's more about the interaction. It's more about meeting people. And this is something I say to everyone. It's all about the hang. If I like you as a person, I will listen to more of what you have to say. If you're not aggressive with me, and if you're not like, oh, you gotta listen to my music or all this stuff, like I always talk about this with the networking stuff. Forget about music when you first meet people. Just get to know them. See what they like. Maybe your music isn't a good fit. Maybe something else will fit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to say with the emails, to be honest. And friending people on LinkedIn isn't always the way to go either, because LinkedIn isn't necessarily
personal.
It's all about the personal connection, which is very hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but you never know. Your email might slip in. I do see a lot of emails, and my boss at my company actually does read a lot of those emails sometimes when he has time, which surprises me because I'm like, how do you have time to do that? So I don't know. There's really no right answer.
Super honest answer.
Yeah.
And
no
this
problem.
is my song Go. I wrote it for a commercial, and also I think it would be great in the Fast and Furious movies soundtrack.
Cool. All right, let's take a listen. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
So you think this is for Fast and Furious, right?
Well, commercials first. Yeah.
Okay. Because I just want to, because Fast and Furious uses a lot of urban.
Yes.
Yeah. So within literally 7 seconds of listening, I was like, wait, that's not urban.
Yeah.
So I would just, when pitching songs to people, make sure, not saying that you don't know what Fast and Furious is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general, before anyone says the word like, oh, this song would be great for the new Star Trek. Okay, but do you know what the new Star Trek music is like? So make sure before you say it, throw out a word, they'll stick to that. Because some people may literally say like, that's not Fast and Furious.
Okay, so erase that.
Okay, I'm just telling you like.
No, I appreciate it so much.
Cool, that's awesome.
We're on our way. We're moving fast. Leaving everything behind us in no
That high pitch thing, is that you or is that another vocalist?
That's me.
That's you? I wouldn't do the high pitch fast.
Okay.
The squeak. It sounds like a tire stopping. Is that the point? Or is the
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that. Keep it straight. Keep it straight. Okay, let's see.
Wind in my hair, sun on my back, hands on the wheel with the full tank of gas. Go, 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 yeah, yeah, go, 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 yeah, yeah, go, go, yeah, yeah, go, 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 yeah, yeah, go. You tell me to slow down. I ain't gonna slow down. You tell me to slow down. I ain't gonna slow down. Go, 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 yeah, yeah, go, 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 yeah, yeah, go, 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 yeah, yeah, go, go, go.
Cool. I'm seeing the comments. Definitely sounds like Old Blondie or B-52s, for sure. It definitely has that vibe. Production-wise, what drums are you using? Is it from Logic or GarageBand?
No.
Okay.
You don't use that. The guy I co-wrote it with does drums and plays guitar.
Okay, cool. I would maybe get some different drum sounds. They sound a little weak in the mix. In terms of what I've been telling other people, generic, straight to the point, lyric-wise, you did it. That's good. I think the chorus is it happens a little too much. I don't know how to explain that. The go, 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 yeah, yeah. It happens 3 times, I think.
Yes.
Based on the lyric. Yeah. And it's a short song. It's 2 minutes. I would try to, let me listen to the beginning again because I just want to make sure. I would change up those drums a little bit. They're a little, how do I say? It's tough to say because, okay, you know what? It kind of reminds me of that song Go by Gnarls Barkley from 10-ish years ago. There's a song called Go, and it kind of has a similar thing where it has electronic drums doing that beat. I think overall the production just seems a little tinny and just a little soft. I'd put some more EQ on some things. The guitar is kind of in the back. You got some type of filter on it. It makes it a little soft. The drums just aren't booming enough. You know, when you listen to it. Very mix. I think, oh, go ahead.
We didn't hear you.
Oh, sorry, because I was talking over the music. I think the drums just don't have enough boom to it. There's not enough. Like, I feel like if you use some real drums, let me rephrase that, real drum sounds, real snare sound, all that, more like maybe more floor toms. Because if it's going like, you know, like something to just, because it doesn't feel like we're going, it just feels kind of light. I would also just, you know, now I'm listening to it, it kind of, I would listen to that Gnarls Barkley Go song, or is it called Run? I don't remember what it's called. If you listen to the Saint Elsewhere album, I think it's on that album. There's a song that has a similar feel to it. So I would just be careful not to go near that. But I think in general, this needs a little more production to make it bigger.
Bigger.
Seems a little light. Not loud, just bigger. A bigger feel. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is there bass in there?
Wind in my hair, sun on my back, hands on the wheel with the full.
Is there bass?
I think it's only in the chorus.
Okay. And that's fine if the bass can drop out and stuff. Like you can also like kind of bring in the bass halfway in the verse to kind of give it some flavor. It seems like there's 3 instruments going. Yeah. There's the guitar, there's the drums, and light bass. It just seems like with those 3, it just isn't giving the boom and the go and the excitement. Maybe some sound effects that rise, you know, think about like how the countdown is going down before you do the raise, like 3, 2, 1. Think about like risers to go into a chorus, or a riser to build up that verse, or when you're doing the goes, maybe one of them is just drums. And I think you kind of have that towards the end with the breakdown. But overall, it just needs kind of an overhaul of just making it bigger, more exciting, and you know, just building to places. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much for that feedback.
Such good feedback.
No problem. Awesome.
All right, we want to hear your song, Eric, and then if there's any questions, we'll open it up, but we'd love to hear your song.
Cool. So I've done some covers for a couple of people, a couple of publishers. Go Go Gadget, that's it. Thank you, Bev. That's the song. I've done the dark trailer thing. I know some people are tired of it. I personally love it.
I love it.
When I was at Berklee, I was known for weird arrangements. I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and I didn't want to just, I was in a vocal writing class. I didn't want to just do like, I don't know, a random song to add background vocals. I was like, I loved Weird Al growing up, and I loved weird stuff. So I did Chop Suey by System of a Down as a bossa nova. So I rearranged it and just did weird stuff. And I took Toxic by Britney Spears and made it a 6/8 time signature a cappella. I did Green Day, American Idiot as a mambo. I did Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake and Survivor by Destiny's Child, mashed it up as a hip hop a cappella tango. And I did it with like a big band at a concert. So I do a lot of weird stuff. So when the dark cover thing came out, I was like, that's my thing. Like I can totally do this. So I did a cover of Running with the Devil, Van Halen, and I did a cover of Let's Stay Together, Al Green. I'm gonna play Running with the Devil because I think that'll give the best example. If we have time, I'll maybe do Let's Stay Together. But so here's Running with the Devil. Let's see if you can hear this. Can you hear that? talk over it for a second. So you see what I did? I built up the intro, get to the verse, it's very simple. And then you're gonna see what happens in the second verse. Here comes a rise. So now we're in a groove. It's like the second verse, add a little bit more.
Cause
So you can see I'm a very dark person.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So just to guide you through that real quick, started from the beginning, made it weird, got it interesting, did the first verse very light, got to the first chorus just to get people to be like, oh yeah, it's Running with the Devil. Get to the second verse, add a little bit of a groove, not too much. I get to the second chorus and I change the chords. I had it build to go escalate somewhere. And then we get to the big chorus. It gives me chills still, actually. And then I get to halfway through that chorus, I add more of a 16th note hi-hat just to really drive it to the end. And then at the very end, I do a little tag of the beginning of that guitar part that's well known, just as like, think about like the credits at the very end where it says coming soon.
Yeah.
It's like the little after effect of that,
cool.
you know?
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you
Oh, immensely. And all the comments here, people are loving it. They want a copy of it. I don't know if you haven't released.
I don't technically have it released, but I'll send a link to share. But just to answer some quick questions from these, this was written to be for a trailer, potentially. It's being pitched out for trailers, so hopefully in the future it'll get placed. I don't know who Adam Zelkind is. I'll have to look him up. The drums are damaged by Heaviosity, which is sold by Native Instruments. I would recommend to everyone save up your money for Black Friday every year, because Native Instruments always have 50% off all of their products. So I would definitely grab as much as you can for that week and tell your significant other, I'm sorry, this is what I want for the holidays. All these sounds.
This is what's happening.
Yes. So definitely look into that during Black Friday. Most of the MIDI companies have sales that week. So Damage is good. I Want That Sound, which I told people about, is another great place where I got some stuff. Everything's fake, by the way. Everything's fake, except for the vocals, obviously. Like, everything's MIDI, but I really spent time tweaking things with EQ and reverb and whatnot, compression. And even the strings are fake. and they're from Native Instruments, and I believe they were cinematic strings, or actually, let me rephrase that. It's action strings. It's either action strings or emotive strings that I used by Native Instruments. Cinematic strings is a good, cheaper string library you may want to get, which is like $300. It's very cheap for what it is. What else? Would you like other sounds from I want that sound besides the drums? I want that sound is all percussion. It's all drum stuff. So you won't really find synths. I do use Machine from time to time. I'm still learning how to use it the way I want to use it. But Machine has some good sounds. Cool.
Amazing. This was so helpful. I feel like we're so lucky to have this intimate morning with you because there wasn't a ton of people on here. Everybody got their questions asked. And your detail to feedback and really caring enough to help every person really see how they can improve their song is spectacular.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you
happy to do
sharing
it.
your morning.
Yeah, happy to come back in the future, and I'll send Sana the link for the tracks so you guys can take a listen to it.
Okay, great. That would be great.
Awesome.
Thank you, Eric.
No problem.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.